Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm on a very special stretch of stream today, doing what I love the most, which is just fishing dry dropper, trying to fish it from a distance. And this is a special spot on the stream for me. I'm not going to disclose my location, but if my brother's watching, he knows exactly where I am. This is a special spot. He and I would fish together quite a bit when we were younger, and we never had a lot of time. We'd always have like a day and a half or maybe at most 2.5 days. And this is usually the spot where we would end our trip. We usually would have a morning before we would go. We would try to get up early and get out. We would jump in this section. He'd usually be 75, 100 yards upstream from me or vice versa. And we would just hit this with dry dropper, never catching big fish, but just catching a lot of fish. And it's a little bit sad because I always knew when once the sun was up and the fish stopped hitting that was kind of the end of the trip. And he lives in Pittsburgh, I live in Lancaster, so we would kind of say our goodbyes and have that journey home. So he's not with me today. He hasn't been fishing much, but I'm hoping maybe this video inspires him to get out on the water with me again. So he knows where I am. So let's tune in here. Gonna get some dry dropper action today. Got you set up with just a basic elk hair caddis. And then I'm fishing that about, 12, 15 inches off of a 6X piece of tippet. And I've got a small, just a little itty bitty thread Frenchie that I tie up. It's a size 20. I actually use a brass bead on this one so that it keeps my dry fly buoyant. I don't have to keep re-rigging. I try to keep this rig on as long as I can. So we can get after it here. I don't expect big fish, but I do expect some numbers, hopefully. So we'll see what we can do here with a couple hours that we have this morning. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start here. So we're gonna just try to stay behind the fish and as much as we can downstream from them. Most of this is going to be an upstream presentation as far as I can get it. I am using a 9-foot 4-weight, which is at times a little bit long for in here. There's a lot of trees and a lot of things that it can get caught up in, but there's also times when I need distance. So I use as long as a rod as I feel like I can get away with to give me that advantage here. So there's a couple of fishy spots here. One of the things I like about fishing this spot is the dry dropper. Sometimes you can't tell what they hit. They come up and they hit that dropper nymph, but it's so shallow that they actually will come out of the water. So there's times where it feels like just like that, where it feels like a dry fly hit. But you'll see, oh no, this guy actually did eat the dry fly. But sometimes it'll be like that and it'll actually hit the nymph. So hopefully we get into some more action like that. That was pretty quick. All right, buddy. We'll see you later. Have a small, like 16 elk hair caddis, something that I think, they'll eat, because I am hoping for some dry fly eats as well. There's a fish. I'm not expecting any monsters here today, but I am expecting numbers. So a lot of these little guys in here. It's fun to catch. Oh, there we go. Sometimes they self-release, which is even better. So I'm just going to keep doing that. All right, so each time that I do catch one, I take a minute to dry off my, take a second just to dry off the elk hair. I use a paper towel and then do put some powder on it. So it's fun. Every once in a while, you're gonna pick up decent sized fish with this method in this section of stream, but I find there are a lot of little ones. Now, if I do get into a decent fish, a lot of times it'll be right along the bank. A lot of times the bigger fish here in the mornings, they will sit right along the banks. So I try to, oh, there's a good dry fly eat. All right, there we go. Come on now. Oh, here we go. He took the bottom fly, came up. It looked like he took the dry fly, but he actually took the dropper fly. All right, guy. Pretty little guy. Oh, there we go. Right under there. This is a nicer fish. Look at that. Nettable fish. There you go. Very awesome. All right, so that's two that I've gotten out of this. You can see this little bit of depth. There's this overhanging tree, and you've got the riffles up there, and then it comes down. So I lost one in this first seam, and then I was able to get my fly out there, and it drifted down, and I picked another one up there. So we'll see. See if I can get a third out of here. It's a likely holding spot. You just never know what the reaction is going to be once a fish gets caught. If it's going to spook the other ones. Sometimes I think it does. Sometimes with these smaller fish, I'm not sure that it does. This is almost like brook trout fishing in some ways. It's like brook trout fishing on a little bigger stream. I wouldn't quite call this a mountain stream, but this is that's a really fishy looking spot right there by that rock. See, as that dips down, I'm going to throw another one up in there and see if we can't get one to play in here. Come on. Try to get it up in front of it. Oh, there we go. He came down and got it at the end of the drift. Again, not big fish in here. There are some good sized fish, certainly, but there's a lot of just wild brown trout, beautiful little wild brown trout that like to come out and play. Now, he did take the dropper, okay, as you can see. All right, see you later, bud. All right, time to dry off my fly. Even if they don't take the dry, I still will dry it off because it gets submerged. So I'm gonna just quickly dab that with my paper towel. Get it dry. That is the key to this, keeping that dry fly buoyant. It essentially is serving as my indicator. I like to call it an edible indicator. The fish will eat it. Now, if it gets to the point where all they're eating is the caddis, then, you know, I'll take the dropper off, but it's usually unlikely in here. It's usually, I usually get more eats on the nymph than I do the dry, but you never know. You never know. We'll keep going here. Keep going. All right, there's some more fishy looking spots up here. Like this, and sometimes I like to try to get it up just as far as I can get it. I think the further away I can stay from these guys, the better. This is not ideal tight line nymphing territory. You've got to fish at a distance here. This water's pretty low, pretty clear, so you've got to be at a pretty good distance or else you're going to spook them. So this is why the dry dropper, I think, is just so effective. From this spot, there's another fish. Oh, this is a better fish. All right, here we go. A good guy. Well, maybe not. Maybe slightly better. He's maybe a centimeter bigger than the last guy. There we go. Lots of fun there. Look how just keep casting up here upstream. Fishy looking places. I like that spot right to the right of where I just was. We'll see if I can land a cast up here. Ooh, that's just where I wanted it, baby. Oh, there we go. Ah, All right, let's see if I can get him to take it again. Come on. Ooh, landed right in the spider web, off the spider web. Spider thought he was getting a meal there. Sorry, Spidey. There we go. Come on. Oh, how could that be? How can that be? Put that in there again. Come on. There he is. Ooh, what did he get me stuck on? Got me stuck on something. Cast here. See if we can work it up there. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, there, 1-8. That was funny. He didn't like that very much. I can air it out a little bit. I don't have a lot in my back cast, so try to put some distance out there. The longer the drift, the more chances I'm giving myself of having something take it. All right, so here we go. All right, I just saw one rise right there. Let's see if we can get it down to him. That's not a good drift, but he took it anyway. Very cool. Very cool. And there we go. Caddis eater. He didn't even mind my crappy presentation. That's where a caddis can save you sometimes, because they are sometimes awkward and kind of skittering on the surface. So as I was trying to pick up slack and get that to redrift a little bit there, he liked that, and I like that little riffle right in the middle there. Let's see if I can. Yeah. There's a fish. He took the ant. I put a sunken ant as my dropper, and first cast he took it. All right, it's a nicer fish. Beautiful. Gosh, look at the colors on him. He looks like one you would catch in the fall. Holy smokes. Gorgeous. All right, partner. And he didn't want to give that ant up. I had to get the forceps out for that. Look at the colors on him, man. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. Good morning, good productive morning. Got quite a few fish on dry dropper. Probably about 50-50. I got more on top than I thought I would. I got quite a few underneath with the little thread Frenchie, but I had another bunch of fish take the caddis as well, so never complained about that. Got another really nice brown, probably the prettiest fish of the day. Took a sunken ant that was off of the dry. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a quick one today, but just I do so much tight line nymphing and whatnot at this time of year. You got to be versatile. You got to be able to kind of get out there and try different tactics, and dry dropper certainly one of my favorite tactics. So hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around and check out a few of my bloopers. Come on, get out of my freaking ear, you stupid gnat. Hey, buddy. Up. Yep. Gorgeous. See you, dude. Not a very graceful release, but that caddis taste, huh? Not like a real one, I bet. Oh, come on. Damn trees. Hey, I want to address the issue of spot burning today. I've about had it with videos and things being put out there of all my favorite places to fish, and then the next time I go, there's a van full of people there. You know, it's just getting out of hand. You know, if you're gonna be fishing somewhere, be discreet. Don't be posting where you are,